Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you had an enjoyable evening. Drank something cold, something good, ate something sweet. All righty, here we are. Wake up in the morning, market's down a couple hundred points. I think it's only down 180 points now, the Dow anyway. But still, we're down. Overall, the sellers still control the market. A great way to look at it is just what is price doing in relationship, to some of the moving averages. Take a look at this chart right here. I mean, this is the 50. This green line is a 25 simple. Of course, the dotted is the 17, and yellow is the T line. You can see that we're just trending down. So there's no bullish activity other than some quick kind of moves. There's the oddball chart that's moving up, but they're percentage-wise, it's a very small percentage of the overall market that's moving up. So with the gap down this morning, I've got a list of some shorts and a couple of longs over here. We're going to focus on the shorts a bit more, and then we'll check the time. All the longs, they're on the long list, so it's not like anything's going to be missed here. Well, we'll stay here at T21.23. T21.23, where you can see here that we're leading below the trend indicator on the 15 minute. So that, to me, is a sign that the sellers have the ball. Here's the hourly chart. This is a little more, I use it the same way, just a little longer term, hourly. And you can see the sellers have the ball. Real simple. Until we move back up, and I love to use the T line here. I love to use that black line as kind of a guideline. It's just a moving average, nothing fancy. It's just keeping the chart simple. But if you went back and you just looked at any chart that you want to, you've got three things a chart can be doing. It could be going up. It could be going down, and right now it could just be choppy. That's what charts do. There's nothing in between any one of those. It's up, it's down, or it's choppy. And choppy market tends to chop people up more so than anything. In a down market here, it all sounds good. Everybody talks a big song, but the truth is, more people lose money in a downtrend than they do an uptrend. Overall, the uptrend is the big winner for traders. Now, there's the trader out there that's disagreeing with me. Keep in mind that I talked to, over a year's time, I talked to a lot of people. In the past 35 years, well, let's knock off the first 5 years. Heck, I was still wet behind my ears. So the past 30 years, I've talked to an awful lot of traders. Believe me, there are those people that make good money, but you're far and few between compared to the percentage of people that make money when the market is bullish. There's only three things here that the market can do. So what is price doing in relationship to the T line? So all you got to look at. Pretty simple. Anyway, I'm a little off course this morning, sorry. So here we are gapping down below the T line. There's no way I can be to the bearish side as far as the overall market goes. There may be a chart or two. I'm sorry, let me back that up. There's no way I can be to the bullish side. There may be a chart or two, but the overall market does not have your back. This T21.22, you can see we're headed back down into this oversold area. Just shows weakness if you ask me. Nothing here says we're bouncing up. Nothing really says we're moving down. I just look at this as, okay, we're on the weak side of this chart. That's the hourly. Hold on here. There you go. Same thing, I guess. Same place. We're still just kind of moving down. Nothing going on real fancy here. Okay. CHGG, looking at that for a short. Somebody here in the room pointed this out yesterday afternoon. Thank you, by the way. We've got a failure of the 50 period moving average right now. Nice bearish candle right in here. There can, we can draw lines and whatnot here. I look at this, and this area right through here is shortable, a little bit below. That's shortable. If it comes back above those tops, you wouldn't want to be short. That could be the sign that we're starting to turn around. Overall, we are creating some higher lows here, but with a failure of the 50-period moving average and that price action yesterday on weakness, that could be a nice short. CHGG, nothing but a downtrend here. It's possible it's trying to create some kind of bottom in there. Here's the weekly chart. If I look at that weekly chart, I don't see anything bullish in there. Nothing at all. I see a down move, and then I see a little bit of indecision. And there's no real reason to have support exactly right here. I don't know that we've moved down enough to create buyers. When you take in consideration the double top and then the big gap down and big move down, that's kind of powerful. So I'm not, I question the fact whether just a couple itty bitty bars here is going to stop this train right in here. So I'm going to watch for some more downside. And if we come down here and start putting some trend lines in here, just horizontal, I just don't see this as being necessarily a place to stop here. So a little lower perhaps. General Motors, not looking real bullish. Here's the weekly chart. You can see that it's just continuing to move to the downside. Weekly chart, we're just kind of stepping on these highs over here, which I think we end up coming down maybe closer to 2470. So right now it looks like there's still potentially 18 to 20%. That doesn't mean that we can't try to scoot to the upside just a little bit. Notice it does that. It scoots and then scoots. Scoot, 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 like a song or something. It's just a little up, a little more down, a little up, a little more down. IRM. IRM kind of improving itself a little bit this morning. Let's go look at that weekly. The weekly chart is what I like about the short. This looks very toppy, price-wise right in here. We're at that blue ice failure on that weekly chart. So we start popping to the downside. We'll look right in here, 4180 is a target. Here's the weekly. So what we need for price action is just to show some weakness, maybe below, well, really below the T line, below the trend indicator here. That could get you short, and then a stop if we start coming back up. URPO is another one. URPO, while we have some sort of a little trend here, we have a low, higher low, so far a higher low. It needs to confirm and move up. There's a lot of charts that look like this right now, where something like that, we can put a cap on it, we can put some bottom on it. A lot of noise inside this area. The big answer will be, are we going to break down, or are we going to come up? That's the big answer. The best thing in the world to do is just follow the charts. Don't try to guess what in the world's going out there. Just look at that right there. There's the 50. The green line is 25 SMA. Put up whatever you want, 3, 4 moving averages, and that tells you, take price out of the picture. Take price out of the picture right there. Forget price right now. What's that chart telling you? What would it matter? How would it matter if price was to do this? Wouldn't matter a bit. That's just noise in a growling bear right now. So be able to wash that noise out and just look at the overall picture. We're going to talk more about that today. For those that were at the fast track class last night, thank you very much. We talked about this. So I do appreciate all the members that were there. Let's go back to here. TNA. I'm looking at a short here on possibly TNA if it starts to short. Weaken up a little bit. I'm not going to chase it right through here. Although if we start breaking down then that's what I'll look for, a short to the downside. If it starts turning up, I suppose we could look for a upside bullish move, but I really wouldn't want to go long until it moves over that 50-period moving average. PXD, by the way, I was looking at charts this morning, and there's a lot of energy stocks that just look all kinds of short, horribly short. PXD is one of them. Here we have a bearish H pattern on the daily chart, and here's the weekly chart looking like it's trying to fail that 50-period moving average. And if we do that, we're going to start getting into 186, 185. Let's just come down here, 169.25. Watch price in there. Here you go, America's favorite, because Mr. Buffett is all involved with this. How in the world does Oxy look bullish right now? I've talked to several people that have lost a lot of money on energy. How is that possible? Well, it's possible because we get all married up to crap we hear on the news, on the radio, on the TV, and we don't trust what we do in the charts. Sure, there could have been a lot of money made right here, but you know, all this through here, there's nothing bullish about this chart. But I know quite a few people that has gotten along Oxy in here, and they're down now. Same through here. They got long Oxy and they're down. Why? Because it's America's beauty. Oh my gosh, Mr. Buffett, right? Who cares? Follow the chart. Follow the chart. Not what news says, not what economists say, not what your mom says. Follow the chart. You're a trader, not your mom, not your dad, not your kids. You're the trader. Follow the chart. There's nothing bullish here. No reason to buy it. Looks more short to me. So below the 50-period moving average, we're setting up for a blue ice failure. Look at the weekly chart. How in the world is that bullish right there? That's a bear flag every which way from Sunday. That's a head and shoulders every which way from Sunday. That's the 500-period moving average, and that's the 1,000-period moving average. Nothing bullish about this chart. If it was to start the trend back up, that would be different, but it's not. Okay, there's my beat up on energy. CPE, also looking short. Look at the weekly chart here. Weekly chart looks to me like we could get all the way back down here to Jeepers Creepers. 13, 14 bucks on CPE. All right, we have a little time, so let's look at some longs here. I still have ARKK for a long. That's just because the chart is setting up that way. Doesn't mean it's a buy right now. I would probably need more of a breakout here to look at ARKK, but it's doing everything I want it to do so far. Needs a little bit more, but it's getting there. The trend is moving up. If we come over here, you can see that the moving average trend is trying to lift up. It's not quite there, not quite there at all. A nice breakout, I think, would set us up for that. AMC, I can't believe I'm even looking at AMC, but I do like what the chart is doing here. We've got a morning star signal. You've got a trend. Nice pop to the upside. Great consolidation. I think we need to see a little follow through, but there certainly looks like there's some upside movement to that on AMC. MU. So I peeked at MU yesterday, looked at it again this morning because I had it on my notes, and I don't think MU is buyable here, but I just feel like it needs to be on the watch list and ready to go if we start to move up. We've got a chart pattern here, possible inverted head and shoulders. We've got this movement right in there. If we start to break out of those highs, I could see MU making some money, and then we've got resistance up here at about 66 or the 50 period moving average. Marble is another one setting up very, very similar. If it starts to show positive trading, we may have a move toward that 50 up there. And that's about 10%, and that puts us right into this resistance right here. Apple might be setting up low, high, higher low, higher high. This is starting to do the right stuff with the 50 period moving average. It's not quite there. And what I mean by it's not quite there, if you're waiting for, and those that were at the class last night, then you know what we're talking about here. We'll talk about it more today. You've got the 50 period moving average, but you've got the faster moving averages down below it. It's not quite trending the way I would want it to be trending. Oh, there may be a little pop in here. There may be a little money made. Absolutely. But if you're looking to stack the deck in your favor, the deck's not stacked in your favor right now. Let that deck stack, and then it might be a better trade. We're getting close, very close. Let's look at snow while we're here. Snow is getting close. We still need to move up a little bit. One of the things that I think a lot of people are running into is trying to hurry that turn, that long trade. Rush it. Get in early here. Get in early here. Get in early here. In a market a couple years ago, absolutely viable. Jump in. But this is not the market a couple years ago. This is a very different market. And I think we need a little more confirmation. And just a simple beep, bop, boop is just not enough confirmation. Price is up here, but price hasn't drug its army up. Army meaning some of the faster moving averages. Put some support underneath it. Put some moving average support underneath price. And it's not there because the dividing line is the 50 period moving average. Anything below the 50 period moving average is junk. Right now in this market, because of the way the market is set up, because of the way the market is floating around that 50 SMA right now. Now, 30 days from now, that might not be so true, but right now, I think this is extremely true. The 50 period moving average is a make or break in this market. Above it, you make it. Below it, you break it. As price moves up, that's just scouts out there. That's the candles that's going to get squished if you're not careful. Let the army come up. We don't have to be early into this. We don't have to be early. We can calmly wait. And by the way, there's, if you're looking for long anyway, there's plenty of stocks where everything is set up just right, where you've got price, you've got some power, you've got those supporting moving averages that's below price but above the 50 period moving average. So anyway, we can touch on that a little bit today. Okay, that's about my time here. Hey, good morning again, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate it on this Tuesday, July 12th, 2022. You guys all take care. We'll see you back here in about, about 20 minutes or so. Market opens up. Let's have some fun today. Hopefully it's not a boring day, but I don't think it's going to be that exciting until we start having some earnings coming up. Okay, we'll see everybody in about 20.